Spartan team, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be answering some questions that I put an ask box up on Instagram. So I'm going to be answering the kind of main questions that came up 1, 2, maybe 3 times. I'm also going to kind of look back at my previous week's training, just a couple of montages for you. Going to be a little bit of a longer video today, a little bit of a more kind of serious tone. As always guys, if you could like, subscribe and share the video, it would mean more than anything in the world. Thanks for checking in, and I'll catch you soon.
Where am I going now? Just falling over dreams. Now I'm just so far gone, this isn't what it seems. Taking me so damn long, it's fading from belief. I need to slow this down, it's burning from beneath. Come break this line, this lone's in my sights. Holding on for what is worth my life. I'm not on your side, I'll make it up the vine. Find my way to giants in the sky. Tonight it comes to life.
So in terms of my race day nutrition, kind of the main aim for me is to keep myself as fueled as possible for as long as possible. So a few weeks ago I done my first half marathon. The week prior to that I had done my first 10-mile run. 10 miles I went no hydration pack, no water, no food, and felt fine. So I then went out the following week and was like, oh, I won't need, it's only like my 5k route on top of what I'd done last week. So I was like, that's easy. I do that all the time. But as soon as I went over that 10-mile mark, I just crashed and burned, to be honest. So I'm not sure of the absolute specifics as of yet. I've still got a lot of testing to do. Obviously the big race is in September. I've got the Beast, Super and Sprint to kind of play about with before that, in June and July. So I'm just gonna see with my training, see on the races that I've got to do, what kind of works well with me, what works well with my body. As obviously this is my kind of first dive into any long distance endurance racing, so just going to need to test it out. But as soon as I kind of figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm going to write it down on a bit of paper, finalise everything, make sure it all works for me, I'll let you know as soon as I do that. So for my training, I had it in my head that I was going to program every single day of working out up until my ultra. However, I learned very quickly, obviously not kind of coming off that endurance racing background or even a running background massively, other than obviously like rugby and that kind of stuff, where to be honest you don't run as much as what I will be. I realised very quickly that I don't have the absolute knowledge needed at this point to successfully program myself for this race. So I think about 3 weeks into my own programming. Obviously training as a hybrid athlete now, because I've still got CrossFit, still want to keep my strength up, and I'm obviously running a lot. I was burning out within the 3 weeks. My legs were ruined. Kind of every run that I was going on was sluggish. So I made the decision to contact Fergus Crawley. They recently, him and his business partner Jonathan, recently launched Omnia Performance. Both of them coming off of long distance charity event backgrounds, ultra backgrounds, all that kind of thing. So I thought might as well use their knowledge to my advantage. So signed on with Fergus. Actually just started well today technically. If this video was going out on Monday night, which I presume it will be. So started with Fergus today. So I'll definitely give you a lowdown of kind of what my training's looking like with Fergus. But yeah, really excited to be working with Fergus and Omnia Performance. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be following right up until my ultra. So the kind of idea of completing the Spartan trifecta kind of came to me a couple of years ago. You might have actually seen I posted at the end of 2019 saying I was going to complete the Spartan trifecta in 2020. Obviously COVID happened, so I wasn't able to do that. So it's always kind of been in the back of my head that Spartan is kind of something that I've wanted to do. I've always liked the look of the races, and obviously going through the bad period of mental health that I had a few years ago, I obviously wanted to do it for a cause. Movember being a fantastic charity for men's mental health, really promoting the kind of crisis that we're in. I thought it would have been the perfect fit for me to raise money for them, obviously going back off the back of my own experience with poor mental health. And then basically I thought the idea of the trifecta sounded good, but I wanted to go bigger, I wanted to go better. So then finding out that the Spartan Ultra this year is in Queensferry, which is just down the road from me, I thought it's the perfect opportunity to actually kind of take the bull by the horns and dive right in. Still completing the trifecta, but that's more as kind of a warm-up leading on to the Ultra. The plan is every year to go bigger and better with the challenges, so this is only the start. It's only going to get harder, it's only going to get bigger, and it's constantly going to be raising money for the right reasons. So my experience with poor mental health was actually back in around 2017. I was working, I'm not going to say the name of the company or anything like that because I don't want any bad blood, basically, because family members and everything still work there. But I was in a job where I was being picked on. I was basically being outcast, being one of the few men that actually worked in the department. There were one of two, to be in fact. I always felt kind of pushed out and kind of isolated. So it actually led into me going into kind of a period of insomnia. I just moved into my first house with Emma. So obviously this should have been an absolutely amazing time for us, which I'm not taking it away, it was, but constantly going into the night time being like, am I going to get any sleep tonight? It just kind of really put me down, put me into a bad place. And obviously me being the kind of the big guy, the fitness guy, the rugby player of the family, of the friend group, I didn't then want to put that burden on anyone. I didn't want to make myself look weak. I always found that when something happened within my family or my friend group, that I was always the shoulder to cry on. I was always the one that was there for everyone else. So to then have these kind of feelings inside me and not wanting to speak about it, not wanting to tell anyone, it just made me kind of snowball into a place that was 10 times worse than when I begun. It wasn't until I finally reached out and to my family, to my friends, to my fiance, that I actually started to make progress. I ended up leaving the job, albeit semi-forced out by the company. Again, not gonna name any names. I wouldn't have got, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am today. But coming out of that, I made the decision that I wanted to become a personal trainer again. After previously studying it, I started to really enjoy the home that me and Emma had started to build together. We got our first dog, we got Leia. So coming out of that and leaving that kind of environment and getting the help that I needed from my family and my friends was what helped me get better. So I suppose really the main aim of this challenge is to encourage men out there that are afraid to speak or like feel bad about maybe feeling weak. Encourage them to reach out for that help. Ask for the family, ask for family members. Ask for like a little bit of advice. Anything possible that can get you out of the position that you're currently in your head, I would advise to try and do it. Overall, like, men are seen to be all men don't cry, men aren't weak, we have to be strong. But in this day and age, we don't need to be. We have emotions, we have feelings, we have stuff going on in our heads just the same as everyone else. So you need to realise now that these feelings, as much as they can become extreme, are completely normal. It should be okay to speak to your partner about maybe something that happened at work that upset you. It's okay to have a cry with your family about maybe something that's happened in the family. Just always reach out for that help if it starts to go into the extreme area that you might harm yourself.